guys, I'm Melissa and this is The Book Break. Today I'm at the Salt Lake City FanX Comic Convention and I'm at the Heroic booth, and these guys are an awesome nonprofit and they do some really great things. I got Deadpool here, that's always fun. Alright, should we go talk to some authors?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to some authors. With Chad Morris. Thank you so much for being here with me, Chad.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so something that I think is really fun about you is you have multiple books in a little bit different genres.
Yeah. So I start out with this one, The Inventor's Secret, which is kind of crazy sci-fi, school of the future, crazy inventions, an inventor goes missing, kids have to figure out why and save the world kind of thing. But then after I wrote this series, which is really fun to put out, then kind of had a crazy thing happen. My daughter got a brain tumor.
Oh my goodness.
I know, crazy. It was actually 3 weeks before this one came out. It had all been written. And amazing things happened. Community rose up. She loves mustaches. They wore mustaches for her, which was amazing.
Wow.
And my publishers knew the story. And so after this, they said, we'd love it if you write a book about your daughter. So then we wrote the book called Mustaches for Maddie. Right, and I wrote that with my wife, Shelly, and then we've got a follow-up, Squint. So you're right, we've got kind of the crazy sci-fi, and then we've got kind of more contemporary, deal with tough issues kind of book.
Yeah, and what age is this series?
So they're both for about the same age. You call it middle grade. Target audience is kids like 3rd through 7th grade usually.
Yeah.
Right? 3rd, you have to be a strong reader. 4th and 5th, you're doing great. 6th, stuff like that. Harry Potter, same age group.
Same age group, awesome. And then your newest book is this one, Squint.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about this one.
So Squint is about a kid who loves comics, right? Wants to draw them, lives in that world, except he's got this eye disease where he's gradually kind of losing his eyesight. So he's trying to bring out a comic before he loses this, but he's kind of also isolated himself. And while he's trying to finish this, he makes a new friend. Crazy challenges happen. He has to figure out if he wants to finish this, help a friend. Craziness. So it's really fun. It's really fun.
That's great. Now, how did you get into writing?
So I've always loved stories. I didn't always love to read. I kind of a convert to reading a little later. I make them up and stuff like that. And I've been really creative just over time. In college, I got into a sketch comedy troupe.
Oh.
And Brandon Mull was in the same sketch comedy troupe. He writes Fablehaven, Spirit Animals, all those stuff. And he broke through after our time in the comedy troupe.
What was that comedy troupe called?
It was Divine Comedy out of BYU.
Okay, awesome.
And anyway, I started thinking, well, if he could do it, maybe I could give it a shot, right? It's different to think other people kind of out there in the world crank out books, but when you know somebody, like maybe this is within reach. So actually, that's a big deal of how I got started.
And you are with the same publisher as Brandon Mull.
I am, yeah. And so it's kind of nice. I just sent it in. They didn't know that we were friends or anything, and thankfully they liked it.
And so do you write full-time now, or do you also have a day job?
No, I have a day job as well.
So
I teach during the day, and then I write at night. And I write with my wife, Shelly, so she's on the second one, so we kind of juggle that too at the same time.
Yeah, and how do you find time to write? Because teachers usually bring work home.
Yeah, it's just crazy. We also have 5 kids, right? So life's just crazy, and we do what we can. I spend a lot of time at night writing, or in the commute, I'll be thinking about ideas, that kind of stuff. You just carve out the time when you can get it. When you have a contract, it feels better to say, hey, kids, this weekend, can we have you do this activity? And I've got to do some writing, that kind of stuff.
And do your kids read your stuff?
Yes. They, especially when they're younger, they read everything. Oh, now they've kind of gotten a little older, and they kind of decide. They're like, am I going to read that one? Am I not? And I'm fine either way.
Now, a lot of times in elementary schools, parents come to schools and help, and sometimes they bring authors to schools. Have you ever gone to your kids' schools?
Yeah, we've been to our kids' school several times. Once we did a big one where I brought Brandon with me, and Tyler Whitesides, who does janitors. Kids were like off the wall. It's really crazy. So we go every year to our kids' school and do a presentation. We also travel the nation doing assemblies in elementary schools and stuff like that. So we love that kind of thing.
Yeah, and what kind of things do you do at your assemblies?
So it depends on why we're going. Like when I did these ones, it was a lot about the importance of reading. Whereas, for example, with Mustaches for Maddie, cool part of the story, true story, she goes into brain surgery. Everybody knew she loved mustaches, so we got hundreds, if not thousands, of pictures wearing mustaches.
Oh, wow.
For Maddie, right? So that one, when we go around, we'll often just talk about the power of kindness, right? And humor, and all, because it's a pretty heavy topic, but it's also a lot funnier than people think, the book itself.
Yeah.
That's how we dealt with the crazy topic. So we'll go out and speak about humor and kindness and just how it really makes a difference.
Yeah. Well, and then you mentioned that you weren't a big reader before.
No.
So how did you kind of convert over to that? Because now comedy is acting, and it's a story.
Right.
And that's super fun.
Right.
How did you take that and turn it into books?
It's a bit of a journey, right? As a kid, I loved the sports thing, and I wanted to be a drummer, right? But somewhere around 3rd grade, a librarian showed me a book. It's called The Book of Three, and it was funny, high adventure. It's got this kid that wants to be a knight, but instead he's stuck taking care of a magic pig, right? And it was just funny and adventurous, and I started to like it.
Yeah.
So I didn't read super fast or anything like that, but I started to read, it gradually grew to the next thing. And now I'm reading or listening to a book, all the time. Go through one a week, probably, at least.
And what kind of books do you read?
Oh, so I'm all over the place. So I love stuff like I write.
Yeah.
But then also I love nonfiction, and I'll read adult fantasy and stuff like that too. But I always come back. This is kind of where I live for my creativity. This is where I always come
the
back.
middle grade fantasy.
Yeah, I just love the wonder and stuff that kids really get excited about. That's kind of what I love. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
It's been great. And thank you for joining us on the book break. We'll see you next time.
Becoming an author can open more doors than you can possibly imagine. I've seen amazing opportunities come to writers and business owners once their books are published. It can explode your credibility and expand your audience and clientele across the globe. And it can pave the way for future book deals or land you a spot on the bestseller lists. But to get those results, you have to go beyond just grabbing your reader's attention. You have to lock onto their emotions and deliver a transformative experience. I'm Angela Eschler, the founder of Eschler Editing, and we know what it takes to get there. Whether you're a busy professional who needs help finishing that book to support your platform, or you've been dreaming of seeing that novel on the shelf since 3rd grade, you want your book to be powerful, to be read, and to make an impact. And at Eschler Editing, that's what we do. Whether for your family, to build your business, or to share your creativity and talents with the world, your book is your legacy. It's worth investing in. Here are the 2 most critical ways we can support your goals. 1, we can help you make that emotional impact on the reader. Whether you're writing fiction or nonfiction, readers won't respond to your work unless you engage their emotions, alter their worldviews a little. If you want to build a thriving fan base, to change lives, or to attract ideal clients, your book has to resonate on a deeper level. Professional editors can go well beyond fixing your grammar, punctuation, and spelling. In addition to helping you capture your authentic voice, we can make sure your stories and ideas are compelling to deliver an experience for your reader. It doesn't matter if you're writing about socks or sci-fi. On some level, you've got to make that emotional impact. The second thing we bring to the table is an in-depth understanding of the publishing industry, so we can help you choose the best path to reaching your ideal readers. This means we understand the real pros and cons of self-publishing versus traditional avenues. We can guide you from A to Z in self-publishing and help you avoid those newbie mistakes. Or, if you're hoping to snag an agent and traditional publisher, we know what they want and can steer you in the right direction. And we have industry connections and guidance to help you effectively market once your book is out there. Plus, we'll hold your hand through the whole process. The short and long of it, an experienced editor is your #1 advocate for ensuring your book is ready for the world.